Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today, we're going to break down the essential elements of a contract. Whether you're entering a business deal, renting an apartment, or simply making an agreement, understanding these elements is crucial. So, let's get started. The first element of a contract is the offer. This is where one party presents an intention to enter into a contract with specific terms. For an offer to be valid, it must be clear and definite. Think of it as a starting point to the conversation. For an offer to have definite terms, both parties must be aware, the subject matter listed, and some sort of exchange to be named. For example, if you say, I will sell you my car for $5,000, that's a clear offer. But if you say, I might sell my car, that is not specific enough to be an offer. Next is acceptance. This occurs when the other party agrees to the terms of the offer. Acceptance must be communicated clearly and must mirror the terms of the offer exactly. This is known as the mirror image rule. If you counter the offer or change any terms, that's not acceptance, it's a new offer. For example, if I say I'll sell you my car for $5,000 and you respond with I'll buy for $4,500, you've created a new offer that I can either accept or reject. Now let's talk about consideration. This refers to what each party stands to gain from the contract. It is the value exchanged between the parties involved. Consideration can be money, services, goods, or even a promise to do something. For instance, in our car example, my consideration is the car, while your consideration is the $5,000. Both parties must provide consideration for the contract to be legally binding. My prior example touched on legal value. There are two other factors to consideration. The first being legal sufficiency, which is an exchange of a benefit for a detriment. Your money is my benefit, where giving you my car is my detriment, and vice versa. And last is adequacy, which weighs the benefits and detriments to make sure they are fair and neither party was coerced in their decision. The fourth element is legal capacity. Both parties involved in the contract must have the legal ability to enter into an agreement. This means they must be of sound mind, at least 18 years old, and not under duress or undue influence. It is good to note that legal capacity is typically presumed, but a problem with age, mental clarity, or an act of coercion can leave the contract void or voidable if the contract is made with anyone under the age of 18. Finally, we have legality. The purpose of a contract must be legal and not against public policy. You can't enforce a contract for illegal activities like selling drugs or committing fraud. Contracts that involve illegal acts are unenforceable, meaning a court will not uphold them. So, which laws should you be worried about when signing contracts? Great question. First of all, they can't break any public policy. And second, they can't break any statutes. Statutes like the Blue Law, which can ban certain activities like commerce on certain days, bribery, usury, which is interest rates above the state max, and any crime where a legal system would prosecute against. So, to recap, the essential elements of a contract are an offer, acceptance, consideration, legal capacity, and legality. Understanding these elements can help you navigate agreements more effectively. Now I'll go over a few nuances to these elements. For example, we already said that money, services, goods, or promises can be used as legal value for consideration. However, the use of a promise to give up one of your rights, like an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, can also serve as legal value for consideration. This is known as forbearance. Another nuance is the breach of pre-existing duties. We already know that in order to have legal sufficiency, both parties need to have an exchange of a benefit for a detriment. Now, what if I were to make the same deal with you that we talked about previously, $5,000 for my vehicle, except when you came to pick it up, another customer was already in the driver's seat of the car ready to leave the lot. In this case, there are two contracts for the same benefit, or my detriment, in which both would be valid if not for the breach of pre-existing duties, which states the same benefit or detriment cannot be used for multiple contracts. In this case, both contracts would be void. I hope this video helped explain the elements of a contract in an easy to understand way and helps you conduct smart business negotiations in the future. Thank you.